AM 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Sherry Brown and Tom Lucas.
Good morning. Welcome to the on-air open house. Yes, it's Tom Lucas with you. It's 10 o'clock on the West Coast. Beautiful summer day, and Sherry is back in studio with us. And I can recognize Sherry because you're wearing the Calgary Stampede cow person hat.
I am, yes.
Has a little udder on it. It's a cow hat.
I was fortunate enough to go to Calgary last weekend, and I bought a cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
I figured you would.
Yes, so I got right into it. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Well, while you were there, you're also doing some work for the show, and you were checking out some prices of property there and how they compare to Metro Vancouver.
Yes, I was. In fact, I was downtown, in lovely downtown Calgary. And in downtown Calgary, there's everything from sort of affordable to not really, kind of almost like Vancouver prices.
Kind of like Vancouver,
affordable.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can get a one-bedroom condo down at 6th and 2nd Avenue for $158,000.
We can afford that.
That's crazy. But this is an older building. It doesn't have the bells and whistles, no laundry in it. It's, yes.
But it won't need rain screening, though.
Well, that's to be determined.
But it could use an elevator.
Yes.
All the way to a two-bedroom condo, which is in a newer building, for $545,000. Yeah, so downtown Calgary, it's really hit and miss, depending on how nice you want to go. But the prices are generally around $300,000 for a one-bedroom. Yeah, so it's not different than Vancouver, that's for sure. But I also had the opportunity to take a little drive out to Sundre, Alberta.
Oh, wow.
Sundre is about an hour and a half outside of Calgary, and it's got 2 lights. I think it has 4 restaurants and about 8 liquor stores. So I can buy a house there if I felt like living the quiet life for $289,000.
You trying to tell us something? Are you moving?
I am not moving.
Gonna have to have you on the show from Calgary every day, or what? No.
To be hitching pool.
No.
Time for a horse.
At $289,900, you can get a 3-bedroom house plus den in Sundre, Alberta. And the mosquitoes bit me like crazy in Alberta. All over.
Right there, I see. Later on in the show, too, Bill and folks listening to the program, Sherry will be showing us how they do the chuck wagon races.
Yes.
That'll be interesting. So Bill Macklem is here. Good morning, Willie.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
Another gorgeous day.
You keeping busy?
Absolutely. People are still looking around for financing. I was saying to Sherry earlier before on the show that we're having some great activity going on. People are looking for properties. They're looking for second homes. And so we're going to talk about that.
Sounds good. And our producer this morning, Dwayne Bishop, is with us. Dwayne, good to see you, my friend. 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, now 10:05, it's the Radio Real Estate Show. So we're all together again. We're here. There's a song there, I'm thinking. Bill Macklem, who is president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, is going to be with us in just a couple of seconds with your weekly mortgage rate update.
And Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
Later in the show, I'm going to be talking about how much down payment you have to have for your second or third or your next home. A lot of people are confused about what that down payment should look like.
Bill, there are some of us that are just trying to pay for the first home.
Well, but sometimes you may want to sell that first home to get into that second home so that you can afford to pay for it.
Gotcha. Okay. Finn Jensen, our Radio Real Estate Home Handy guy, says that the summer weather is here. And we should be thankful that there's lots of outdoor activities.
And we'll be giving you the opportunity to win a copy of Stay Out of Real Estate Jail, Your Lifeline to Real Estate by Barbara Bell Olson, the managing broker at Royal LePage Westside.
Now, we had Barbara on the show last week, right,
yes,
Willie?
We did.
And you were telling me before the show began that you took one of her courses.
I did. I'm sorry I missed Barbara because she's a great lady and she really knows her stuff. And I have taken her course. It was a very intensive course, and it has allowed me to stay out of real estate jail, which has been great.
That's a darn good thing. So later on in the show this morning, we'll give you an opportunity to win the book, right?
That sounds really great. Yeah. And then we're going to have Andrew Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty, and she's going to talk with yourself there, Tom, about the real estate market in the Tri-Cities area.
And Doc Livingston of Remax Results Realty is with us this morning to chat about condo living for the 55-plus crowd, and he'll tell us how we can find out what our homes could sell for.
Not only that, we'll be talking with Mick Lutz, who is the sales manager over Delta Rise, which is the tallest condo tower, as you know, coming very, very, very soon to North Delta.
It's 10:06, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
And it's time now for the weekly mortgage rate update with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Bill, what's going on money-wise?
Those rates, I tell you,
Good.
they're hanging in there.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, we're getting some great rates. We've had some of our prime rates, which is the variable rate minus a discount. That's down to about 2.4 in some cases. 2.45, 2.5 are reasonable. But some clients are actually getting the 2.4 rate with the 0.6 off the prime, which is that's really aggressive. And so we had I think it was 0.9 off back about that was about 2007, 2008. We were having some good discounts, and then they reversed that and went to prime plus for a while, and now we're back into the prime minuses. So there's a good chance you might see even bigger discounts because I noticed the banks are trying to get more business. They are busy, though. We have a tough time contacting our lenders out of Toronto. They don't get back to us within 2 to 3 days right now. So we're telling a lot of our realtors and our clients that, have a little bit of patience. Everybody's cut back on their staffing over the last 5 years. And now it's all of a sudden got busy because of the fact the market has changed all across Canada. And so, therefore, it's taking longer to get those approvals in.
Sounds like the radio business.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
So if people, let me just ask this question. If people have a variable rate right now, are they doing well with that then?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Well, we have a great question, I think, from Nicole Walker of Vancouver. Nicole says, Bill, on last week's show you said you felt that mortgage rates were going to remain steady. Do you think my husband and I should be looking at a variable rate, mortgage rate at this time?
Thanks, Sherry. Well, that's a great question from Nicole. I tell you, this is a question I go through all the time. You have to look at the fact that if you're nervous and if you think that your situation is such that you couldn't afford any kind of bump in the payments, you should always be cautious and take a fixed. But if you're confident enough that you can go into a variable, now would be the time to do that. And I do a little formula for people. I show them that if the today's rate was, let's say 2.99, let's say it's 3%, and you've got a variable rate at 2.4, that difference is 0.6 of a percentage rate. So if you add that 0.6 to that 3, so you actually get to 3.6. So now you have a three-piece puzzle. You have the rate that you can get today on a variable. The fixed rate is 2.993%. And if you had take that same buffer and add that onto it, you'd have 0.3.6. So for every month that you made a payment at 2.4, the following month could be 3.6, and your average would be 3. So what you do is the longer you're in that area between 2.4 and 3, and I hope I'm not confusing it too much, the 2.4 and the 3, the longer that the top end can be higher. So you're averaging out what you're doing is you're averaging out your interest rate. And as long as you're less than 3.6 when you lock in, you're probably safe.
Okay, and you can get more expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
It's 9 minutes after 10 o'clock on the Radio Real Estate Show, and time now to find out what's going on in the Tri-Cities with our specialist in that area. She's Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
Welcome back to the program. You were off last week on special assignment, so we're glad to hear you back on the show. What can you tell us about the Tri-Cities? I hear things are just booming out there.
They sure are. Summer is here, and it has definitely not slowed down the market. I had 5 subject removals last week, selling 3 of my beautiful listings, ranging from a 2-bedroom condo to a $2.3 million waterfront home in Belcara. The market is busy in all price points. Port Coquitlam had 34, and Port Moody saw 24 sales. As for attached, we had over 150 sales, with well-priced properties selling very quickly and even at multiple offers in today's market. If you're thinking about selling, now is a great time. This Sunday, help rebuild the Mawson Creek Hatchery and join them for a gourmet salmon barbecue and auction from 6 to 9:30 at the Port Moody Galleria. Tickets are $45. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Whether you're buying or selling in the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jacques at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pgmre.com.
Now, Bill, what were you saying? If the rate is 3%, what?
Well, if you actually add the difference to the rate that you can lock in today, the longer that you're paying mortgage payments, less than that rate that you can lock in today, the higher the other upper level could be when you walk in later.
I'm thinking, Bill, maybe we should just come to your office and check it out. Did you do that? Where is your office, by the way?
We're in South Surrey over on 15388 24th Avenue, and our phone number is 604-684-4663.
I'm coming over with a busload of people who need a really good explanation.
Okay.
In the next segment of the show, we'll be giving away a couple of books by Barbara Bell Olson. Her new book is called Stay Out of Real Estate Jail. It's your lifeline to real estate. We'll take the first two calls, 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650, or 1-877-280-0650. You can call us now. We'll go to the phone lines right after the break.
Hi, this is Rima with the Delta Rise, Delta's tallest tower at 37 stories and great floor plans of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Are you renting? Why rent when you can own? Delta Rise is offering pre-construction pricing. Come out and take advantage now before our Experience Center closes this fall. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
More than a third of Canadians plan to renovate or build this year. How many do you think get fair market value for their work?
Fair Trade Works introduces third-party construction advocacy to ensure homeowners are guaranteed quality and ensuring fixed costs at fair market value.
Our consultation and tendering process is free. Don't build without talking to us first.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
What a glorious day on the West Coast. It'll be sunny today, becoming sunnier this afternoon with a high today 27 degrees along the coast, maybe up to 30 degrees inland. Now tomorrow and Sunday, Sherry.
Tomorrow it's mainly sunny with a high of 25 and inland 31. And on Monday it's sunny with a low of 19 and a high of 26.
And we're cooking right now with 22 degrees in the city on the Radio Real Estate Show.
AM 650. Who wrote the book out loud?
Well, it's not exactly the book of love, but it's a book about real estate called Stay Out of Real Estate Jail, your lifeline to real estate. We have 2 copies to give away in the show. We have somebody on the line right now. But our telephone number, if you want to call to win a copy of the book, we'll mail it to you. You don't have to come down and pick it up. Nothing like that. Well, even, you know what? I think we could even get an autograph for you as well.
Wow.
From the author, because we know the author of the book.
Really?
Yeah. She's with us last week on the show.
Oh.
And we're like this.
You are so close to so many people.
Oh, for Lord's sake, you know it. Sherry's taking her courses, and she likes you, Bill.
Yeah, I heard that.
She does, too. So 604-280-0650. That's locally. 604-280-0650. Or if you're out of town, the telephone number to call is 1-877-280-0650, 1-877-280-0650. And let's go to the phone lines right now. Is it Lydia that's on the line?
Oh, yes, it is.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, sir.
First, well, call me Tom, please.
All right.
After all this time, are you enjoying the day so far?
Yes, I am, definitely.
Now, you're listening to the Real Estate Show. Is that because you have an interest in real estate, or are you just waiting for the next show to come on?
Oh, I just know that the real estate here in Vancouver is, one of the most interesting thing to do around here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Watching the news and,
Do you know any young people looking for the first home?
Do I know one?
Yeah.
Not really.
No?
I don't know who. I'm not, personally, I don't know anyone.
Well, that's okay, because there's nobody, so you have no kids living in the basement. You want to get them out of the basement or anything like that? No. Hey, Mom, can I have a loan? Can I have some money to buy a house? So obviously, you're interested in real estate, and we've got a great book for you. The lady was on the show with us last week. Her name is Barbara Bell Olson. Our producer, Dwayne, Lydia, will take all your information, your name, your telephone number, and your mailing address, and we'll send that over to Barbara on the weekend, and she'll mail that out to you over the week, okay?
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Please stay on the line. Make sure Dwayne gets all of your information, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And Dwayne, do we have another call we can go to? We do. Good morning. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Are you outdoors?
Pardon me?
Are you outdoors?
I am. I'm in a car. I'm not driving.
Okay. Can you ask the driver?
Yes.
Ask your driver to give us a toot of the horn. Would you do that for us?
Pardon me?
Ask your driver to give us a toot of the horn.
Yeah.
No, ask the driver to toot the darn horn.
Toot your horn.
Oh, okay. There we go. See, when people say to me that they're in the car, I need some proof. And what better way to do it? Well, I'm sorry, what's your name? Catherine?
Catherine, right.
Are you in Vancouver right now?
I am.
Where are you going?
I am going to have brunch with some friends of mine.
Well, if you wait till 11 o'clock, the three of us can go with you. She says, that's all I need is these three buffoons going to lunch with me. So listen, first of all, Catherine, thank you for listening to the show. And we have a great copy of a brand new book for you. It's called Stay Out of Real Estate Jail, because that's one place you don't want to go. And
I'm thrilled.
Oh, that's good for you. And we're thrilled for you, too. And we're so happy to have you listening to the program. Make sure you stay on the line, please. Make sure that Dwayne gets your name, your telephone number, and your email, or your mailing address. And we'll ship that over to Barbara on the weekend, and she will ship that out to you next week, okay?
All right, then.
Catherine, thanks so much for listening to the Radio Real Estate Show. We appreciate your company.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Stay on the line.
You
It's
too.
17 after 10 o'clock right now, 10:17 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And it's time for our weekly seniors seminar. Our good friend Doc Livingston is standing by. We've got him on the telephone line right now. Doc, good morning.
Morning, Tom. How are you this morning?
I'm darn fine. And yourself, sir?
Great.
By the way, thank you for coming to the studio last week. You did a stupendous job.
It was absolutely my pleasure.
Next time Sherry goes away looking for another cowboy, you're in the saddle again, as they
Well,
say.
good.
Doc, you know what? We always tell the story about the bus going down the street. New people get on all the time. Our show is pretty much the same thing. Maybe some people are just hearing about Doc Livingston for the very first time. Doc, why don't you tell those people who have just tuned in a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX. I've been in the real estate industry for a little over 11 years. I'm a senior. We have a small team of agents. We basically cover most areas of the Lower Mainland, primarily the Tri-Cities, Maple Ridge, Pitt Meadows, Langley, Surrey areas. But we find that we seem to be doing business everywhere. So, we've kind of taken the boundaries off. I'm a registered senior specialist, and I'll tell you what, if you're a senior or anybody over 55, especially thinking about making a move, we need to chat.
Now, Doc, let's suppose there is somebody over 55 listening today. They think, you know what, maybe it is time to make that move. But what the heck is my house worth? How do we find that out?
And that's always a challenge, isn't it? Everybody thinks that they know what their house is worth. If you call me up and you say, look, we're thinking about selling our home. We'd love for you to come over and sit down and have a cup of tea, have a look at our home and give us an idea of what it's worth. We go back 6 months in history. We look at everything that's sold in the neighborhood, similar type properties, what's for sale today. And then we do actually a third-party program called LandCore. LandCore is an online appraisal company used by some financial institutions and so on. So it's a different way of coming to a price on your property. We can pretty much give you an idea of what's going to sell for in the next 30 to 60 days.
So you come over and do a CMA, a comparative market analysis?
Absolutely.
And then you can pretty well pinpoint what that house is actually worth.
Well, we can pretty much tell you what it's going to sell for in today's market.
Right.
The cost for that is absolutely zero.
I don't think I heard you correctly. What did you say?
I said the cost for that is absolutely zero.
It costs me nothing to have you come over except a cup of tea?
That's it.
Come on over.
Hey.
All right. Now, Doc, let's say that you sell my house for me, which you will, no doubt. We're over 55. We're thinking about let's downsize, let's smart size, let's move into a condo. What's all that about? What's that like?
Condo living is definitely the way to go, especially for people, that can't deal with stairs. There's one place in Coquitlam called Marlborough House. It's just a wonderful place. The social calendar there is daunting. There's so much going on, everything from wine tastings to potlucks to games in the games room and the pool tables. And it's just an amazing place. People love it there. There's a big workshop there, all donated tools. And there's other facilities like that around, too.
There's always something happening for the residents.
There is. It's constant. You can be as busy as you want to be. And most of them have wonderful facilities like pools and exercise rooms and so on as well.
And if you want to be left alone, you like your privacy, you can do that, too.
Just lock your door.
All right. Now, I know that you're on location this weekend. You have an open house to tell our listeners about?
We have an open house on Sunday. It's just a fabulous property. It's a 2-bedroom and a den, 2 bathrooms. It's over 1,300 square feet, and it's unit number 404. 2627 Shaughnessy. It's basically a top-level suite. The balcony is over 500 square feet. It's the most amazing condo that I personally have seen.
And we can get some more information on your website, no doubt?
Absolutely, and I think there's some pictures on your website as well. Do your family a favor. See your lawyer notary this week, have your power of attorney in place, update and review your will. It's important to you, but it's also important to your family.
Absolutely. Now, if I need anything in real estate, can I give you a call?
For anything to do with real estate, call me, Doc Livingston. I make house calls. And this is Doc Livingston for Radio Real Estate.
To get more information on the seniors real estate market, call Doc Livingston at 604-787-7028. That's 604-787-7028. Or visit homehuntersbc.com. That's homehuntersbc.com. Remember, Doc makes house calls.
In our next segment, Tom, that's you, you're going to be chatting with sales manager Mick Lutz about the Delta Rise, the tallest building in Delta.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will have this week's Celebrity Real Estate Gossip. And today I'm talking about 6 celebrities with crazy, absurd amenities and features in their homes for sale.
Any of them cowboys?
Yeah, I think one,
all right.
yeah, 2 could be constituted as cowboys.
All right, well, I'm good to hear about that. Good morning, it's Tom Lucas with co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and our producer is Dwayne Bishop. You are listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
There's a big difference between what contractors feel they should charge and the real price of labor and materials. We're proud to introduce a new system to drive quality, promote transparency in housing costs, and save you money.
Fair Trade Works' new system provides wholesale pricing on materials and pre-vetted labor, access to budgeted designers, and more. Details at fairtradeworks.biz.
We deliver on quality, we deliver on price.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
This is CISL Vancouver. All-time favorites. AM 650.
Hi, this is Rima with the Delta Rise, Delta's tallest and newest tower, rising 37 stories. Delta Rise is known for its accessible location, great outdoor amenities, and smartly designed floor plans. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
AM 650. She's a brick house. She's 1990, just letting it all hang out. She's a brick house. I like lady stack, that's the fact.
Yeah, she's a brick house. And right by your office, Sherry, there's a brand new condo building getting ready to come out of the ground.
Go way up.
Way
up.
37 stories of
37?
wow. 37 stories of wow.
That's... What else is around in that area that's 37 stories?
Nothing.
Is there anything... like Surrey would be the closest
thing is across the street, there's a 14-story tower.
Half the size.
That's it.
I guess you have to go to what? Surrey Central for something to be that big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything 37 stories high at Surrey Central?
I believe there may be, yes.
There may be,
yes.
but it's a long way from North Delta.
No kidding.
Yeah, so if you're in the North Delta area or you're thinking about maybe making a move to the North Delta area, you might want to listen to our next guest on the program. He's the sales guy over there at the largest condominium project coming to North Delta. His name is Mick Lutz. I think we have him on the line now. Yes, we do. Mick, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you this week?
I'm wonderful. Welcome back to the show. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And you and I were talking off the air earlier this morning, and you told me that pre-construction pricing is about to end pretty soon over at Delta Rise.
In this business, you can only sell pre-constructions for a certain period of time. We've been since December, so we're winding it up. So anybody looking to take advantage of pre-construction pricing or pre-construction selection, now's the time to do it. Better sooner than later.
Now, you brought up the word selection, and there's a great selection for everybody at Delta Rise. Give our listeners this morning some idea of what you actually have for them.
There's a big spread in opportunity in this building. You can get 1, 2, 3-bedroom options. We still have a couple of penthouses left. You can get smaller, more economical 2 bedrooms up to really large 2 bedrooms. First-time home buyers, we're seeing lots of downsizers in this building. Lots of people looking to get out of the big house and into something that's lock and leave.
I love your penthouses there. Let's talk a little bit about the size of the balconies, because I think if people haven't heard your message before, this is just actually going to knock their socks off.
These are huge. We've got one penthouse here where the deck areas are actually larger than the interior.
Wow.
The decks in this building are really setting us apart from pretty much anything else in Vancouver.
Now, we make a lot of jokes, too, about Vancouver, and, it's a great place to live, but Delta Rise is even a better place to live. We said that some of your decks are actually bigger than some of the condos in downtown Vancouver.
That's right, yeah. They've really hit a home run, these developers, with this. I mean, if you move into an apartment, generally you come to terms with the fact that you're going to be living in a smaller environment and you've got no outdoor living. Well, these have big outdoor living with these decks. They're all covered area. To couple with that, we've got a large green space attached to the building, a private park area as well.
We haven't touched on this too much before, but are you open to investors at all?
We haven't seen a whole lot at this point. We've kept a lot of our marketing local because of the local demand. That's the population there need a place like this to live. But we do have some that have stepped up and picked up a couple of homes. We haven't seen a lot, but we're certainly welcome in the door to have a discussion.
And I know that a lot of people live in that area. It's a great place to live and to call home. They might be in a situation where they need to sell a bigger home, but do not necessarily want to leave North Delta, and I think that Delta Rise might be a great option for them.
For a high-rise, it's the only option, Tom. If you wanted to move into a high-rise and you live in Delta, you pretty much have to go to Surrey Centre or New West or White Rock, and you have to leave your community. And if you're wanting to stay with your friends and family and your community, this is the only place around, really.
And everything is so darn close, too, as well. You've got shopping, transportation.
Very central, and that's why this spot was chosen for this particular building. It's close to public transport. We've got Superstore next door, Safeway, Save-On down the road, lots of schools, community centres, parks. Very central.
Everything for everybody, and if you'd like to go down and chat with Mick this afternoon, you are open till what time today, Mick?
From noon until 5, same on Sunday. Over the week, we are open from 1 till 6.
Now, you just got to look for the sign, so if you're driving, where do people find you?
We're on the corner of 80th Avenue and Scott Road, or 120th, between the medical building and the Remax building. Big signage, you can't miss it. It's very easy to find.
You have a great weekend. Say hello to the people that come through the front door with us, and we will chat again next Saturday.
I look forward to that, Tom.
To get more information on Delta Rise, call 604-594-7473 or visit deltarise.ca. That's deltarise.ca.
It's 28 minutes after 10 o'clock on the Radio Real Estate Show. Good morning, Tom Lucas with Sherry Brown, Bill Macklin, and Dwayne Bishop in Master Control. And time now for our celebrity real estate gossip. You said you have a few people to talk about. And a couple you think might even be cowboys.
Yes, they could be definitely pictured as cowboys. I have 6 celebrities with crazy, absurd amenities and features in their home. First one, Neil Patrick Harris. He has a mansion, and it has a magic man cave.
What?
A magic man cave where the actor stores his magic trick accessories. And it can be yours for $2.95 million.
Hey there, you want to come to my magic man cave?
Here's a cowboy, Kenny Rogers.
Here's a cowboy.
His $4.8 million home listed in early June also boasts a Sistine Chapel-esque murals and a pool with a swim-up bar. So Sistine Chapel stuff in there. The Santa Fe, New Mexico estate of country star Randy Travis, which listed for $14.7 million in early May, comes with a not-so-holy chapel equipped with a bowling alley and gym. And out back, there's a big old shooting range.
Wow.
And Shirley MacLaine, you remember Shirley MacLaine, Tom?
Cowgirl, yeah.
She put her Albuquerque, New Mexico ranch on the market this April, asking $18 million for both the solar panel-equipped main house and an additional underground apartment, which is modeled after Native American rooms used for spiritual ceremonies. That's not surprising. And who knew Robin Williams was the paranoid type? His home in Napa, California, which is currently listed for $29 million, comes with 2 safe rooms. And last but not least, John Fogerty, who was
CCR.
From CCR, sung a great rendition of Proud Mary. His compound in Thousand Oaks, California, which he bought for $8.95 million in December 2013, comes with a Game of Thrones-esque 500-bottle wine closet and a man cave the size of an airport hangar.
What?
Yes.
That's a little large.
He needs a big man cave and a
his
big
head's a little
wine
bit too
cellar.
big. What do you think? Look at me, I need a big man cave size of the hangar at the airport.
Does he have any magic stuff in there?
Yes, he do.
And that's your celebrity real estate gossip.
And if you want to get more celebrity real estate gossip online, all you need to do is go to our website, RadioRealEstatejuly12th2014. That's RadioRealEstatejuly12th2014. Click on the icon and you can get all the dirt that you need. And I'm just thinking what we should do is maybe say hello to all the people that have tuned in for the first time.
Yes, we should.
I know there's a few of them out there.
Well, you know, there's always some new people coming. You've always said to me that, you know, just because you do a radio show every Saturday,
that's right,
doesn't mean that everybody that's listening today have listened in the past.
And I always tell you, Bill, it's like Tina Turner singing What's Love Got to Do with It. Every time she sings it like she's singing it for the first time.
Absolutely.
And that's why I tell you, you and I have to be sharp. And one of these days we're going to start.
We're going to say the same thing. In our next segment, we're going to be talking about, again, how to buy your next home. And what are some of the things you should be looking at?
That's a good question. It's 10:30 on the West Coast. Good morning. I'm Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, our producer this morning, as usual. Dwayne Bishop. You're listening to the funky music on the Radio Real Estate Show on AM 650 Radio.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
More than a third of Canadians plan to renovate or build this year. How many do you think get fair market value for their work?
Fair Trade Works introduces third-party construction advocacy to ensure homeowners are guaranteed quality and ensuring fixed costs at fair market value.
Our consultation and tendering process is free. Don't build without talking to us first.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
Hi, this is Rima with Delta Rise, Delta's tallest tower at 37 stories and great floor plans of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Are you renting? Why rent when you can own? Delta Rise is offering pre-construction pricing. Come out and take advantage now before our Experience Center closes soon. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Hi, this is Bill Macklin from Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
It'll be sunny like it is right now, becoming sunny with a few cloudy periods later on this afternoon. The expected high along the coast, 27 degrees, up to about 30 inland, and the UV index is getting pretty high today. Now, tomorrow and Monday, Sherry.
Tomorrow is mainly sunny with a high of 25, except inland it's 31. And on Monday, sunny with a low of 19 and a high of 26.
And right now, we've gone up 1 degree. It's 23 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
AM 650. Gonna make this place your home.
Yeah, we're going to make this place your home. Ever since that guy, what's his name, Phil Phillips, who sings that song, since they've used that song on so many commercials, and you name it, they use it. They use it at mortgage companies, real estate places.
Banks,
people selling toasters, but we had it here first.
Really?
So maybe because I'm getting a little mad at that guy, maybe we won't play it anymore. I don't know. Now, before we get to Bill and his rant of the week, Sherry is sort of involved with the North Delta Rotary Club, and you folks have a very special festivity going on tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow there is a family and community day at Scott 72 Mall where there will be free hot dogs and water between 11 and 2 p.m.
Free water. I like that idea.
Free water.
Wow.
But free hot dogs.
Okay,
free hot dogs, I can see.
Yeah, so it's a wonderful family day, and our Rotary, the Rotary Club of North Delta, is pitching in and helping out. And actually, Remax Performance is lending the barbecue for this event. So,
well, I know the Rotary Club always does great work.
We do great work. You know, we raise money for our local community. We help out, all year long, giving money and grants to people who need it, and it's a good organization. I'm really happy, and I'm on the board this year, the executive board for membership committee. So if you are interested in thinking of joining Rotary in North Delta, I am available to talk to.
So now, what time is the event on tomorrow?
The event is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Scott 72 Mall, which is at 72nd and Scott, right where in front of the Staples store.
72nd and 120th, right?
That's right. So if you know where the white spot is?
Yeah.
It's in that complex, yeah. You'll see the tents and everything.
Fantastic.
That's
sounds good.
And what a great day to choose. Wow.
It will be fantastic.
27 degrees. It's going to be sunny.
Yes.
Eat 2 hot dogs.
It's going to be sunny.
There's a song there.
I think so.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain, sunny.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good.
So it's Radio Real Estate. It's 25 minutes now before 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock this morning, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to get my teeth checked for free. Dr. Bobby Birdie from BC Perio will be in the studio with us.
Yeah, I saw that chair in there in the back. I thought, and they've got those little picky things that go into
Well, he
teeth
do,
and
but it's all state-of-the-art stuff now, I'm telling you.
Really?
It's not like the old days when they used to send you from the school to go to the dentist, where they used to... Remember when you went to the dentist, Bill, the guy used to pedal the thing? Like on a bicycle, right?
Well, you can see that they had that wire there, that I don't even know what you would call it, but it looked like one of those things from, I don't know.
A torture chamber.
Torture chamber.
Yes.
Is what I'm trying to say. Is from the it was weird, and you went in there and the thing started whining.
I had a car that sounded like that.
Yeah, well, I don't mind the car sound like that, but when the guy's got something that's sharp in my mouth and it sounds like that, I'm kind of, and then you could smell it.
Yeah, but those days are gone.
I heard that.
Yeah, and
we're
we're
also using laser.
Yeah, laser, absolutely. And we're going to get some of Dr. Bobby Birdie's patients to call in and let you know what kind of experience they had.
And they use Happy Gas.
They have even better than Happy Gas. They've got some pills. I know someone who took these pills, and they were looped for a day and a half.
But they didn't feel the pain.
But they didn't feel the pain, and it's all legal too.
I always ask the dentist, "Are you really good with children?" Because I'm coming to see you.
Do you want the real truth, or do you want the sugar coated? I'll take sugar coated.
I'll take sugar coated every time, and
I
want a TV.
What? And there is a
TV.
TV. You lay it back like that, and there's a TV right up over your head.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool. It's a Radio Real Estate on AM 650 Radio, and we have a little extra time on the show this morning. So if you have any mortgage questions or real estate questions, you can give us a call. Sherry and Bill will take good care of you. Ask anything you like.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, because what we don't know, we'll make up an answer to, right?
Absolutely.
We got Wikipedia right here.
Bill is the Wikipedia when it comes to mortgages because you know your stuff. Somebody said that you know your stuff.
Well, I've been doing this for almost 30 years.
You used to teach, too, as a matter of fact.
I was a prof at U of A for about 5 years, teaching a course on opportunity cost of money.
I see. So our telephone number is 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650. Take hold of the bull by the horns and give us a call if you have any questions about mortgages or real estate, 604-280-0650 or 1-877-280-0650 if you live out of the local dialing area, 1-877-280-0650.
Don't mess with Bill. No. Don't mess with Bill. Don't mess with Bill. Say it one more time. Don't mess with Bill.
It's amazing how we get the Marvelettes to come in here and sing a song for you, Bill.
That's a fabulous song.
That's
I knew I liked that song.
Don't mess with Bill.
That's a great song.
No, it is. It was a top 10 hit, too, by the Marvelettes.
Why? I can understand that.
Well, I can see why.
Exactly.
Yeah, 604-280-0650 is the number to call, or long distance, you can call us toll-free, 1-877-280-0650. If you have any questions for Bill Macklin regarding mortgages, or if you'd like to talk to Sherry Brown, you have a question about real estate, please feel free to give us a call. Some free advice on the show.
Absolutely.
You know.
We're here to help.
Don't pin us down on this thing, but we'll tell you what we think.
Yeah.
All right. Now, earlier in the program, you were saying that you're going to talk about people buying second and third homes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens with people that there's so much misinformation out there in the marketplace, and it's always tough to find people that you can trust that are going to actually give you the straight goods.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to do that. That's why we do the show, is that Sherry and I, we want to make sure that people understand the basic tenets of doing mortgage financing and buying your home. So when you're buying your home, when you're looking at buying your next home, as long as you're buying for less than $1 million, you can put 5% down. You can put 5% down on your first home, your second home, your third home, your fourth home. You know, not as long as you're not living in all of them at the same time, of course. So what I'm trying to say is that people got the idea that they had to put 20% down when they bought their next home.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. It's only 5% down. Yes, it's CMHC insured or Genworth insured, or Canadian Guarantee, Canada Guarantee insured. Those are the three insurers. They're all insured by those people with 5% down. But when you look at the price of homes and putting your down payment, you want to look at a couple of different things. If you're looking at townhouses and condos versus a home, and you have a significant amount of cash in savings or in an investment portfolio, you want to have your financial planner, or even one of us, even Sherry or myself, to help. You want to look at what the money is earning. And if the money is earning somewhere between 5 and 10%, and you're going to put down 5 or 20% down on your purchase, you have to make an estimate. So that's why it's so important to have a realtor that you can trust on this. You want to make sure that if that property is such that it's not going to increase in value in the next 5 years by any significant amount, then you have to make some decisions about whether you should put down 20% or whether you should put down 5%. Because Because if the other 15% is growing by 15 or excuse me 5 or 10%, it might be worthwhile because your CMHC insurance costs are so minimal that it's worthwhile to keep your own cash for doing something else. We've always heard the story, cash is king. Well, guess what? That has not changed. So if you have an investment portfolio, I mean, we have our financial person that comes on Sundays here on the radio station, and he's always talking about, be smart with your money. This is about being smart with your money. So you want to make sure that you know what you're doing with your cash. Now, of course, the other thing you want to look at when you're putting 5, 10, 15, 20% down is that you have to make sure that you qualify for that amount of down payment. And secondly, you got to make sure that you're comfortable with making the payments because you're the one that's making the payments. Not myself, not Sherry, not you, Tom. The client's making the payments, so they got to be comfortable with them. But if they're comfortable with that payment, then you got to make some decisions about where you're going to put your cash.
So they could be getting, they could be getting another home to rent that home.
They could. That would have put 20% down in that case.
In that case, okay.
And times have really changed over the years. I mean, I remember way back in 2005 when I was selling some condos in Clayton, which Cloverdale, Surrey area. They were only like a year old, and I had some clients who lived in these condos, and we'd sell them, and they made a profit in a year of $70,000.
Yes.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't.
That's like you don't make that kind of money anymore on condos in that short time frame. But what was happening in that area was booming market. Things were going up like crazy, and there really wasn't enough supply for the demand. But now we've got this overflow of condos and townhouses, and I know for myself, even with some of the realtors in my office, their listings are tending to sit there a little longer, and that people certainly aren't making the kind of money that they were making back then in 2005, 2006. So you have to really, like you say, watch where you decide to put your money. If it is a condo and townhouse, I would suggest that it's not going to be a major investment. But unless you're using it as a rental and using it as a rental for a long time.
That's right. Because you want to make sure that when you're buying, so when you're looking at that 1 or 2% growth in value of a townhouse or a condo, and if you have money that's growing somewhere else at 5 or 7 or 9%, and obviously not in a bank,
yes,
then you would say, okay, then I'm only going to put down 5% or 10%, and you put down the amount that will then give you the corresponding payment that you can actually afford or feel comfortable with.
Right, because the reality is, if somebody's buying 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, they're going to be renting it out. They're not their second, third fun places to live unless if they're well off.
Exactly. But it's important when as a young person, if you've got a lot of young people get and when I'm saying young, I'm saying anybody younger than 30. You might have an inheritance, you might be living at home and putting your money, you might be a really great saver and you have all this money and you have a good financial planner and the money's growing at a significant amount or certainly better than 2 or 3%. Then you want to sit down with someone like us and look at where your best dollar is spent. And this relates back to what Tom was saying earlier about I used to teach this course at University of Alberta, and it was called the opportunity cost of money. Where is your best dollar spent? And if your CMHC fees are 2 or 2.5% or 3% of the gross amount of the mortgage over the lifetime of the mortgage, but your property is going to grow by 1%, but your money's growing by 5 or 6 or 7, then it becomes more important to say, okay, where am I going to keep my money?
You mentioned people under 30 and getting in touch with their financial advisors. How many people do you know under 30 actually have financial advisors?
Not a lot.
How many people under 30 even save some dough?
I'm finding more and more. I'm finding that a lot of the young folks have managed to stay at home with mom and dad for a while.
There you go.
And they've saved their money, and they're really smart with their cash. And so then we're just giving them another opportunity to look at what they can and what they can't do.
That's because they're not spending their cash because they're living with mom and dad and because mom is doing their darn groceries and laundry and everything else, right?
Well,
so
some
it's
cases,
easy to save money.
In some cases, that's true.
Not in all cases, no. We just like to pull the chain a little bit. But,
well, of course.
Yeah. You remember that day on the show we gave away a real estate book, and I said to the lady, I said, hope you enjoy the book. And she said, oh, it's not for me?
Yes.
And I said, yeah, it's probably, let me guess, 29-year-old son living in the basement, you want him out? She says, how did you know?
Exactly.
Wild guess.
I have to say, I wish I lived at my parents' a lot longer than I did.
Yes. Really?
I may have been.
Do you want to move back in?
I might be asking them to. I want to save some money. But
exactly.
They probably won't answer my phone calls after today now, though.
But you can move in with your 2 children and your dog, and I'm sure your
I
mom and dad will
could.
love that.
Yeah.
Gee
Yeah,
whiz.
definitely.
Ooh, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
that
Bill, let's-
one-bedroom condo. That
Oh,
would be fun.
jeez. Let's suppose there are some young people listening to the show today because they're interested in real estate.
Right.
And they say, you know what, I should go and see Bill Macklin. What would you sit down and talk to them about? They've never bought before. They're thinking about getting into the market.
Well, the most important part is I need to find out where they're at today. So that's the first part. But the second part is I got to figure out where they want to be in 5 years from today. Because if I don't know where they want to be in 5 years from today, the advice I'm giving them is kind of useless. Because on any given day, we all have great plans of what we want to do. But if you're looking 5 years down the road, you want to have some indication of where they want to be. So, for example, the reason why I do that is that let's just say that of the couple, one is working and one's just finishing school. So they're not going to be able to get their home that they've always wanted to buy just yet because the other person's not working yet. But they want to get into a property. Well, then what you would do is you say to them, okay, so maybe this is going to be your future rental property. And when the other person is now working, the two of them get together, and now you have enough money now to buy a home. So you may buy this. So you want to be sharp with your money because, as we all know, if you hang on to real estate, it's going to go up. I mean, if you look at any of the curves since 1976, there's been nothing but growth in the Lower Mainland, all across Canada for that matter. Whether it's Manitoba or whether it's Saskatchewan or whether it's Ontario, the prices have increased to a lesser or greater degree, but it's always going up. So it's always keeping pace more or less with inflation, and sometimes even faster than inflation.
I've heard if you're into real estate for the long haul that you can't lose.
Absolutely.
Really?
Look at all the people. Okay, so you look at Trump. I mean, they've been in the business. Look at Bosa's. They've been in the business. I mean, like these people know what they're talking about. I mean, we've got some people that are, I believe it's the Bosa family, who are actually buying up in Kitimat. This is it's future side of the LNG. There's already been a mall bought up there. Wasn't that just Bosa that bought the Empress in
Victoria?
In Victoria.
Yeah.
So people know that real estate is the key for long-term holds.
Well, the Trumps have done well. No kidding. He's bought himself real estate all over, I guess, New York and half of America, and he's got his own big jet airplane. Hasn't done much for his hair, though.
Well, look at Rockefellers.
No.
Yeah.
Not bad for a guy that had to file bankruptcy twice.
Yes.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah, he was down and out, lost everything, and really crawled back up.
So I don't really have to worry then.
No.
Because I've only done it once.
Yeah.
Oh, gee whiz. That's good news, you guys. So, Bill, what else can you share with us about this? This is interesting. I'm taking notes. You notice that?
Well, and because of the fact that we deal with so many seniors on our show, and we have all these special presentations from from Doc, who's Livingston, who's doing the seniors program. We also have Colin from the CHIP program, the reverse mortgage equity program. And because we know that 60% of the wealth in real estate is held by people over 60 years of age, so there's a lot of wealth in that marketplace. So you need to know what you're going to be doing with that money. So some people will retire with a mortgage, and that's not necessarily bad. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're being sharp with your money. So if you're using a reverse mortgage, you can create up an annuity. So you want to do a little bit of financial planning. Some people don't have enough wealth in their home to do that, so all they're going to do is just going to take the equity out to assist them in living in their home until they no longer want to live there. The premise is that you want to stay in your home as long as you possibly can. It's my experience doing this for the length of time I have, is that people love their home, and they bought the home at some point in time. They bought the home because they're going to have children, they're going to have a family. It's a social function, it's a social center. And as soon as they start getting rid of that opportunity to do those things, we tend to age faster. So the longer you can stay in your home, or that home that you bought, that you can have that entertaining ability. And you're not always just going to the kids for supper, or kids for something else, or a restaurant, but you're actually able to have people to your home and entertain them. That keeps you relevant, keeps you alive and vibrant, and you are able to live a better life. As soon as you start doing the downsizing from a home because they can't afford it anymore, so you pay your real estate fees of $20,000, you move into a townhouse or to a condo, and now you're paying maintenance to somebody else. You should have kept that money and paid for your own maintenance on your home. But as you start going down that slippery slope, so to speak, of a townhouse, then you go into and then you go independent living, and then you go into assisted living, and then you go into. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to stall that process. I mean, there are some great things, and Sherry's been telling us a few things that she knows about some retirement homes that are really great, and those are perfect. But you want to delay that as long as you can.
Mm-hmm. I was reading an article in the paper this past week, and it said that a lot of people over the age of 60 are retiring with mortgages because that is part of their financial plan.
Yes.
So maybe explain that a little bit.
Well, a lot of times, people that are retiring and they have the mortgage, they've already given their money to the kids, so they've kind of like did a living will. You know, they're giving the money now to the children so they can see them enjoy it as the kids are growing up, or the children, young people are growing up and having their own children. So they're getting some money out of it, so mom and dad can see them have it. You know, they're helping them with a house, or they're paying for their education, that type of thing. So they're carrying a bit of a mortgage. Other people are having a mortgage on their home, and they put a mortgage in place so they actually create what they call an annuity. And a lot of people don't understand what an annuity is. Annuity is you're taking a lump sum of money, you're putting into an investment portfolio of some sort that's safe, and you never touch the principal. And so you're just kind of getting the interest portion paid out either on a monthly or on a quarterly basis, and you're using that money to subsidize your living space. So if that investment's paying somewhere between 5 and 10%, which they can do, excuse me, sorry, which they can do, and your mortgage payments are only at 3%, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
So back in the days, like my parents, their biggest dream was to buy a home, to make the mortgage payments, pay it off.
Exactly.
I was always told that. Make sure you pay off that damn mortgage, man. But that's not necessarily the case.
Now what you're looking at what I call the spread between the mortgage you've got today and the value of your home tomorrow. Because the longer that you're in that home, I mean, especially if it's a house, I mean, they're growing in value anywhere from 4 to 7%, depending on what part of town you're in.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're growing in value by that, if you buy a townhouse or condo, as Sherry was just saying earlier, you know, they're not rising in value by that much. So the longer you stay in that house, it's like the golden goose that lays the golden egg. You want to stay in there as long as you possibly can, so that growth will keep on coming back to you.
Interesting stuff. Now, Sherry, if somebody would like to get hold of Bill and pose a question or two to him, what should they do?
Well, they can always get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or they can call Bill directly at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
What? No, just a second.
Oh, just a second. Okay,
I should let the people that listen to the show in on our little plan. I keep telling Bill that he should come up with a mortgage rant every week, because you're certainly never at a loss for words. You do know your stuff, and I'm thinking that maybe you should do that every week.
Well, there's a few things we could talk about.
Okay, in the studio, all those in favor, hands up. Okay, there's 3. So now you got something else to do on the show.
Oh, excellent.
All right, you were going to say something.
In the next segment of the show, our home handyman, Finn Jensen. You should see the logo that he's got there. He looks like a muscular slave.
Oh, yeah, well.
And he says the great summer weather is here, and he's getting suntanned, and outdoor activities are at a maximum.
And you know what? Sometimes looks can be deceiving.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, it can. It's 10:54. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. Good morning. I'm Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
There's a big difference between what contractors feel they should charge and the real price of labour and materials. We're proud to introduce a new system to drive quality, promote transparency in housing costs, and save you money.
Fair Trade Works' new system provides wholesale pricing on materials and pre-vetted labor, access to budgeted designers, and more. Details at fairtradeworks.biz.
We deliver on quality, we deliver on price.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
Hi, this is Bill Macklin of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Hi, this is Rima with the Delta Rise, Delta's tallest and newest tower, rising 37 stories. Delta Rise is known for its accessible location, great outdoor amenities, and smartly designed floor plans. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
AM 650.
This old house is getting shaky, boys. This old house is getting old. This old house flits in the rain now, and this house flits in the cold.
This old house isn't the only thing that's getting shaky.
No
Let me tell you.
kidding.
No kidding. Hey, Finn Jensen is here. He's our radio real estate home handyman. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, Sherry. With all this wonderful weather, opportunities to partake in outdoor activities are at the maximum. Biking and hiking has always been a favorite sport in our region, drawing people of all age groups onto the nature trails that abound everywhere. The healthy life is strong in BC. It's not something taken lightly by many who try to maximize their well-being by exercising and eating healthily. This is quite evident by the appearance of our population in general, and in the manner of community pride exhibited everywhere. All this, with a natural environment, nice weather, and good communities, makes this area the envy of many cities around the globe. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Summer is here. And
What?
again, I think summer is here.
Summer is here.
Summer is here.
Oh, that's good.
As opposed to Tom is here, Sherry's here, Bill's
Or
here.
winter.
Or winter. Summer's here, and if you need any plumbing or air conditioning work that needs to be done, you got to call Finn Jensen. He's at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
I'm glad you got that out because fall is going to be here pretty soon.
You know what? You know how close it's coming?
It's-
I hate to tell you.
I do too.
I think it's 62 days.
No, really?
Let's just enjoy summer right now.
Can we just enjoy summer? Summertime.
Speaking
Rain
of
is
how
coming
and the
to
living
enjoy
is-
summer,
Yeah.
I got it wrong. So the family and community days that is being helped out by the North Delta Rotary is today.
No.
So it's today. So don't go tomorrow. Go today between 11 and 2 in front of the Staples store at Scott 72. That's Scott Road and 72nd. Free hot dogs, free water, free fun.
I
And
gotta
when
phone the
when
kids.
is that?
I
When
gotta
is
phone
that?
the kids.
Today.
I gotta phone the kids because we're planning it for tomorrow. I got to phone the kids.
Go today.
Right now, in
11
3
o'clock?
minutes, you can go and get a free hot dog.
Well, I hope that some
Yes.
people had their tape recorders going on this program today because Sherry finally admitted that she was wrong.
I was wrong. I was
Look, when we
wrong.
get in the
where I went
van,
wrong.
I can dash over there with all of us.
What a great idea.
So go say hi to the North Delta Rotarians, and they will gladly give you a hot dog.
All right, now before you head over there this morning, it's 10:58 right now on the Radio Real Estate Show. Sherry, what's up with you?
Before I go over there, I am working.
Yeah, I know, I know.
I have an open house tomorrow between 1 and 3 at number 5, 12 Royal Avenue in New West. This is a beautiful townhouse overlooking the river. It's great. I'll be there between 1 and 3.
Sounds like a great place.
Yeah,
That's the one
it's-
with the river view, right?
It does have a river view.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I have a brand new listing in Newton if you're interested in a 6-year-old townhouse. The complex is called Greyhawk. It's unit number 55, 7815 on 138th Street. Again, you could be my parents' neighbor because this is the complex right next door to
really?
them. You could probably throw a rock into their backyard, but I don't suggest you do that.
No.
And this is a 3-bedroom townhouse for $385, and it's only 6 years old. But you could, you know, if my mother ever decides to sunbathe, you could probably see her.
Please don't do that.
And those are my new listings. And you could go to my website and take a look at sherrybrown.ca, SHERI brown.ca, or call me directly and ask anything you want about real estate at 604-670. Sorry, 970. I know my phone number. 604-970-6789.
You should have been here last week when I was trying to give Doc's phone number. For some reason, I just couldn't do it. Bill, before we go, you have somebody very
I want to
special
say hi
to
to my buddy Richard Lowe out of Ladner. Richard's a Remax realtor out of the Ladner-Tawasin areas, and he just had a double hip operation. I talked to him yesterday, and he's in a little bit of pain. He's a little bit of pain, but he's doing well. But so I just thought I'd say hi to him.
That's a nice thing.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a
Get
great
well
guy.
soon, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll get on the show.
Yeah, we should.
You can talk about that and maybe about real estate in Ladner.
He could.
That'll be pretty exciting. William, Bill Macklin, thank you for being here.
That's my pleasure as usual.
Sherry Brown, thank you for not bringing back a cowboy or wearing that cowboy hat to the show today.
I almost did.
I'm glad you didn't, but thank you for that. We'll see you guys next week. Dwayne, thank you for producing the show. And I want to say Dr. Bobby Birdie is coming in here next, so I'm going to get my teeth checked for free. Maybe a little bleaching and a couple of free fillings, and away we go.
Is that why they're wheeling that chair in
That's
here?
why they're doing that. So Dr. Bobby Birdie is coming up at 11 o'clock. And we're back with Radio Real Estate next Saturday morning at 10. I'll be back with some music on Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Enjoy your weekends. Tom Lucas for the entire gang. Thank you. Bye.